Welcome to Red V TV as we continue our build-up to the 2023 season with our St Helens season player previews. Kev, there's only 29 days to go. We're under 30 now, which means it's number 29.
It's Taylor Pemberton, and Taylor is proudly sponsored by DKCC Limited.
Specialist masonry contractors. Glad to have them on board with the club, laying the foundations.
Oh, nice.
With our youngsters.
Nice, I like that. Tenuous, but nice.
The masonry contractors lay foundations.
Probably not, but don't let that stop you, Dave. Don't let it stop.
But you know what? If you need foundations, give them a ring anyway. You can only say no.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good lads.
Right, Taylor Pemberton. I haven't watched back the video we did for him last season, but I suspect it's going to say, or it will read back as essentially what we're going to say here tonight.
Possibly so, but Taylor is the one, I think, out of all the young players that have come through the academy, that I am really looking forward to seeing kick on this season. It's this man, his final season. His aim's going to be in and around the 21-man squad. His aim should be to take Joey Lussick's shirt. And that, as we come to Joey Lussick when we get further down the line, isn't to knock Joey Lussick out of the team, because Joey Lussick should be taking James Roby's. But that should be his aim. And there is absolutely no reason, from the bits I've seen of Taylor Pemberton, why he can't give himself that shot. It's in his hands. And one of the best things he can do this season is, in James Roby's last playing season, as it will be, I cannot see him going back on that, by the way. He needs to soak up every ounce of knowledge, of know-how, of ability that he can from James Roby. And that will put him in good stead for taking over the bench / starting hooker role.
It's a lot to take in only 12 months from a man from a 20-year career. I think we've heard James talk over the last few months, maybe since the season's finished, about him being a lot more managed in his appearances this year. I don't think James Roby plays 30 games this year. I suspect I suspect it won't be more than 20 in total, and a few of them may come from the bench as well, assuming he stays fit. And listen, James will be like Sean O'Loughlin, who used to get rolled out for the big games. James doesn't need to be playing against Wakefield away on a cold, wet, windy Sunday afternoon. Probably need him, because we always get battered there.
Yeah, good point.
But there's going to be more opportunity and more rotation with our hookers this year. Do you see Taylor Pemberton as a long way behind Joey Lussick? Because I don't. I think Joey needs to do a lot more, and Taylor should be snapping at his heels. And it's a massive opportunity for the pair of them this year to put their hand up and say, I want to take that number 9 shirt next season. Maybe it probably won't come for Taylor, given his young age, but he should be there and thereabouts as the second hooker next year, and make it that Mr. Wellens doesn't need to go out and buy someone to come off the bench.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, Joey's come over from Australia. I know he's had a stint over here with Salford, and he's kind of got used to us. He's probably not played as much as he thought he would. But that has then meant that, I know it's not reflected in the number of appearances Taylor's made, but I think it is, as you say, it's probably not as far as it should be between the two. I think Taylor's also helped that he can play a bit of 13. So he's used to getting in the middle. He's used to doing the tough stuff. And as I say, it's up to him now to take that almost bench position and make it his own. He's probably not going to go into start. He might start the odd game. You never know. You talk about Wakefield on a freezing cold, wet, windy Sunday afternoon. It might be, listen, you're going to go out, you're going to play the first 15, 20 minutes. Then we're going to bring Joey on and calm it down. Or we're going to bring Roby on and calm it down a little bit and bring a bit of experience on. But as I say, again, I'm lucky enough to kind of have spoken to Taylor a couple of times and his family a couple of times. And he seems like a good lad, doesn't he? He seems just like someone who knows what he can do, knows what he needs to do, and knows what he should do. And if he can put all them together, then you're right about the club not having to go out and sign another hooker because we've got one there.
I think I'm right in saying that he grew up a Saints fan as well.
He came in from Lee East, I know that.
Someone who, listen, we like a homegrown hooker, don't we? At this club. Not many fans will remember a time without one. If you're under the age of 35, probably you won't. But he's come through the academy. He's done really well. Only them 2 appearances last year. But he was in and around the squad. I'm really looking forward to seeing him this season. I hope he's put a little bit of bulk on during the off-season. He got that the game against Castaway. I think it was Wakefield at home, his other appearance. So he now knows what it's about. And obviously he'll have a full pre-season again behind him. Would you like to put a number on his appearances this season? I would be hoping he's pushing towards double digits.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put me on a definite number, I'd say probably half a dozen he should be happy with, but to be pushing for 10 at least. Because that's it, as you say, we're going to have to rotate. We can't play James Roby week in, week out. We can't start James Roby week in, week out. We've got to do, you alluded to it with Sean O'Loughlin, get him in the cryogenic chamber, break him out for the big games. That's what you get James Roby out for. But it's a perfect time for him to just take on as much as he can over this next 12 months. See how James acts around the camp, see his leadership qualities, see what he does when he's passing off the floor, going both sides, scooting as well. Because if we look back at homegrown hookers, Aaron Smith was possibly the last one that we thought did have a chance. And I kept saying that I wanted to see a little bit more dynamic play from him when he was kind of just picking the ball up off the deck and going. I think Taylor is that type of person who will play what's in front of him. And I think Paul Wellens has already alluded to the fact that he wants a little bit more off-the-cuff rugby. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's going to be complete change to Harlem Globetrotters stuff. But I think he will give players license to see what's in front of him and make that decision and make that play.
Thanks for filling, Kev, because I can confirm Taylor
Excellent.
Is a lifelong Saints fan. There we go.
Excellent stuff.
I think he can blame his mum for putting that picture on the internet.
I've got that shirt somewhere as well.
I have. Not in that size.
Not in that size. But unfortunately, at the moment, mine doesn't fit me either.
He probably had Roby on the back of that.
Yeah, possibly did.
But yeah, hopefully a lot more to come from Taylor this year. Somebody we're really excited about.
Yeah.
Another from the crop of youngsters. We seem to have a good bunch coming through. And we'll move on to yet another one tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Do you want an ending?
No.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.